Hey guys, it's Jen again. I wanted to talk about mentorship today, actually, because of a life event. I finally found myself a mentor. So, with the whole real estate thing, when I started, I hit a plateau, and it could have been super easy for me to go back to what I knew, or finding a job, and or just quit because it got hard. So because I was willing to admit that I was vulnerable and that I was stuck, somehow I put out these help-seeking vibes, and within a month I attracted a mentor who I absolutely am just super grateful for. Mentorship, it's just super important to anything, getting from point A to point B, because you're learning from someone who's already been there and done that, but also because they can give you insight on what it's like to actually be there. Like, I can think that being a successful real estate investor means one thing, whereas someone who's already there, it can mean something completely different, or it can come with a bunch of other responsibilities or benefits or disadvantages. Just like sometimes you don't know what to expect with dating too. You meet this person, you think they're amazing, and when you're actually in that relationship with them after the chase stage, it's like, oh, this isn't what I expected, for better or for worse, right? So in my last business, which was a multi-level sales type business, you were assigned a leader since day one, and it was agreed upon that they were going to help you reach your goals, and you were going to be a coachable, great student. And when you became a leader, same expectation was for you to pass it on, right? So that was really great for mentality training and just building that habit of being able to be coached and seek help. And finding those people in real life it wasn't that easy. Like, actually finding someone who was a big time investor to take the time out of their day to coach and train me, it just, I'd been asking around, but it was really hard for me to find someone to apprentice for, or however you want to put it. But what's really cool about the mentor that I found was, I was over at her house, at the home office, and she actually was calling her mentor for their weekly call. And it's just really cool for me to see that even though she's already made it pretty big and written all these books and is a speaker and all that good stuff, that she is constantly trying to grow too. So I super respect that, and that's something I expect out of any mentor in the future. So my advice, just always being prepared and assuming that that opportunity that you're seeking is about to come tomorrow or today, and not to wait for it to come first and then become prepared to take it on. Because at that point it's too late and you already missed it. They probably pick someone else who's more qualified. For example, in my sales office, they ask you to act the role of a leader before you actually receive the title. They want to make sure that you're capable of doing so before you're actually given that responsibility, which makes total sense in the workplace, right? So why not in life? A mistake that a lot of people feel they're entitled because they have a college degree that they should be given some manager position where they haven't ever managed a single person before, right? So it's not dependent on the title that you're given, but what kind of vibes you're putting out, what kind of genuine service you're trying to give, what kind of community you're trying to create, what kind of just value you're trying to add on a daily basis, and what you're putting out into the world when people aren't looking or judging, or that there's a title hanging there for you. One thing that I had a really hard time doing was just keeping motivated when I knew that nobody was watching, and just trying to be the best I could be and assuming that the opportunity was going to come up. It will manifest in the quality of a person, of their drive, and of their work. And that's what actually set me apart. It was really interesting. I was actually at her house, and there was a lady who came by who said, "Oh, is that your new assistant? How long have you known her for?" And I said, "Well, we just met this week and blah, blah, blah." And she was like, "Really? I've been trying to get her to mentor me for like 2 years now. Like, why did she pick you?" And I said, "Oh, this is awkward." But because I've been studying on my own, I've been trying to run my own business, and I've already taken a lot of action, made a lot of calls, done a lot of marketing and mailing and gotten deals coming in, so she didn't have to spend the time and effort training me mentality-wise or in the skill set that it takes. Although it's really cool, like knowing a lot of tools, I can jump right in and start making calls, and I actually have a property that I'm gonna go see today that we might wanna buy. It's just really cool, like being able to jump in, know what I'm doing, understand the concepts, but also being fed these extra materials, resources, ways of thinking, creative financing. That is like the most exciting part of real estate right now that I want to involve myself in, which I will talk about in a later video. Basically, I had to humble myself and remind myself that I couldn't do it by myself. Like me taking a bunch of seminars and courses and even taking action upon those wasn't enough because I didn't know what was working, what wasn't. I wasn't getting feedback after every phone call, after every door knock, after every mailing campaign, if I did it the best way possible. And I wasn't being introduced to how real people were doing it real time in our real market. So yeah, I mean, it was just a big mental thing because I decided once I started doing my own thing and being an entrepreneur that I didn't ever want to work for anyone else again. And I see this more as a stepping stone. I'm working with a partner who is in a senior position. I don't mind doing work for her in the name of her company because it's ultimately benefiting me and it's something that I can apply. And this is something that I made very clear from the start. I said, I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for you, but this is something I'm going to take for my own business, to grow my own business in the future. And she was okay with that. So yeah, I mean, just don't let your pride limit the help that you get, and just keep putting out those good vibes because you will attract good vibes back. I don't know if any of you have read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, but literally when you put your mind to something, you will come up with ways to get there and attract the things that you need to get there. So yeah, that's it. Like, comment, share if you have any feedback or ideas too. I am all ears.